Assalamualaikum and a very pleasant morning I bid to all. Welcome to Virtual MUET Coaching or VMC 2021. And I, Ms. Zanira Nasra Zakaria, a lecturer from College Matrikulasi Negeri Sembilan, will walk you through on how to go about attempting writing paper 800/4. And that is for question 1, report writing. I believe your respective lecturers have already shared with you the handouts, right? Do you have the handouts? It is advisable for you to write down notes as this paper is very technical. Yeah, right? Okay, and should you have any questions, you may post them in the feed columns, and there would be chat moderators attending to your question. They would be answering any question that you may have pertaining to this question, yeah, report writing. And before I go any further, let me introduce to all of you the chat moderators. Here are the 3 lovely moderators. They are Ms. Fun Fung Ha, Ms. Azliza Abdul Kadir, and Ms. Chia Yit Jing. Yeah, they will help me to clarify any doubt or confusion that you may have pertaining to report writing. What is a report writing? Report writing, or sometimes known as analysis writing. This question requires students or candidates to study and interpret information given in visuals, later transfer it into a form of a report. And these are the examples of visuals you may encounter in the exams. A bar chart, a line graph, a table, a horizontal bar chart, or even pie charts. The question normally would be a combination of at least 2 visuals. This is the format of the report. Make sure you observe and abide by it. Title. It is not part of the word count, but it is a must for you to have it in your report. And the report per se, consisting of 3 paragraphs. The first paragraph comprising the introduction and the overview. The introduction has to be written in present tense, whereby overview is to be stated in past tense. The second paragraph, or the body part of the paragraph, consisting of the analysis and synthesis. What do you analyze and what do you synthesize? You are to analyze and synthesize the key features and the data. And the last paragraph is a one-liner paragraph, and that is the conclusion. The conclusion is a repeat or restatement of the overview. And these are gentle reminders to all. Please make sure your report is of 150 and 200 words. Do not exceed the 200-word limit, or you will not be able to obtain Band 5 or Band 6. And please, this is a report, is a matter of fact type of writing. Therefore, do not give your own opinions, make assumptions, or provide irrelevant details. So, this is how a complete report looks like. That is the title. Then comes the first paragraph or the introductory paragraph, consisting of the introduction and the overview. What comes next is the main part of the report. That would be the analysis and synthesis. And finally, the conclusion. The grading of the report is based on two criteria. That would be the content and then language. Content-wise, it is about the question. It is about how well do you understand the question. Hence, you have to really understand the question carefully. Read the rubrics extra carefully. And then study and interpret the information given in the visuals. And later on, you have to decide what type of report you are to write. Is it a trend report, or ranking report, or a rating report, or perhaps a combination of any two or all three? That is the focus of the report. The next one is the subject reference. This is very important. Without the subject reference, or without your having a good understanding what is the subject of the report, what to write about, you are going to get a very low mark for the content. And the next one would be the task. Yeah, the task. The task is about analyzing and synthesizing the information given in the visuals. Okay, now let us look at the language aspect. Like I said earlier, report writing is very technical. Therefore, there's certain language that you can use to write your report, and we call it language of reporting. And what is language of a report? Okay, you have to know the trend words that you are to use to describe your report. Or if you want to make it more specific, you have to know the degree or speed of change. Whether it is a gradual increase, a slight increase, a drastic increase, and so on and so forth. And not to forget, when it comes to synthesizing, when you want to synthesize, you have to use the appropriate or the accurate linking words to link the information in the visuals. These are the components of a report. You have to be familiar with all of these. And I believe you have already been taught by your lecturers in the class. Okay, so take this as a revision. Yeah. Okay, KF or key feature. Key feature is about information given in the stimulus or stimuli. Yeah. Apart from data, everything else is what we call key features. And the next one, trend word, or sometimes we go by language of comparison. Yeah, but most of you are more familiar with trend words, and these are the examples given. As you can see, the highest, the lowest, the least preferred, top spot, slight increase, gradual increase, drastic drop, dramatic rise, lower than, higher than, same, only, all, except, yeah, and so on and so forth. These are the examples of adjectives that you can use in your report. The next set of examples would be of adverbs. Example given here. Yeah, this is like I had highlighted in the previous slide. Yeah, describe the degree of movement. Yeah, for example, increase slightly, increase gradually, dropped drastically, rose dramatically, increased threefold, doubled, remained constant, and so on and so forth. Yeah, okay, and a gentle reminder from me, don't be ambitious. Yeah, if you are not familiar with certain trend words that you rarely use, please do not use it, or else you may trap yourself, and then due to the inaccurate language used, it will also affect the content mark. All right, therefore I would advise you to just use, all right, the common type of trend words, such as given here, highest, lowest, increase, decrease. Okay, so use it to describe the movement. Okay, in the report writing. Yeah. Okay. And then we go to the next component, yeah, TF or time frame. This is about the year, the month, the week, and the day. And finally, data. Yeah, data can come in the form of figure, yeah, amount, number, or percentage. I will walk you through one of the past year questions. And the question is of session 1, 2019. It is about percentage of university students taking different transportation to go home and reasons from 2012 to 2015. Please bear in mind, the first thing that you ought to do when you receive the question paper is to go through the question. That is to read the rubric very carefully. Yeah, because there you can see, you can obtain the summary of what you are to do with your report. Okay, study the visuals on the types of transportation used by university students to return home at the end of each semester, and the reasons that influence their choice from 2012 to 2015. Okay, from here you can see there are two statements or information that I have highlighted. Okay, so these two are what we call the key terms that will help you to write the report. What is the focus of the report and what you are to write about? Okay, first one, types of transportation. Okay, which type, what type? Okay, there you can get it from the information given in the visual later on. Okay, and then who uses the transportation, the respective transportation? Of course, used by university students. Okay, they use it to go home at the end of each semester. Okay, so that is the first key term. The next key term is that the reasons that influence their choice from 2012 to 2015. Here you can see two things. One, reasons. Okay, what reasons is that? Okay, it is about the reason that influences their choice. So their here refers to the university students. And the next thing you can see here is the time frame. Yeah, 2012 to 2015. You can see the word from and to. Therefore, okay, you can make a conclusion that it is about continuous time frame. It is a continuous time frame from 2012 to 2015. Okay, so please be very careful. Yeah. All right. And the next one, write a report using only information provided. And in your report, you are to link the information presented in figure 1 and table 1. Yes, this is the demand or the requirement of the question. Yeah, all right, it's given there. And I have highlighted, you have to link the information, okay, of both visuals, figure 1 and table 1. Okay, failure in doing so will result in you are getting a lower mark for the content. All right, you should write between 150 to 200 words. So please, okay, stick very closely, keep very closely to the number of words. Okay, do not write too little or else. All right, it means you have not been able to incorporate almost all or all information in your report, or if you've exceeded the word count, all right, you will not be able to get a higher band 5 or band 6. And why is that? Okay, the examiners will count the number of words, okay, and when we come to the 200th word, we will stop there and we will ignore the rest. And what does it mean? It means that you do not have a complete report, therefore you cannot get a band 5 or a band 6 for it. After you've gone through the rubric, please study, yeah, and interpret the information in the visuals. Okay, so what does it tell you? Okay, what is the information related to you? Please go through it and try to study it very carefully. Yeah, okay, every single information in the visuals, yeah, you're gonna have to go through and understand. Yeah, understand, and you have to be able to relate to it, because report writing is about logical thinking. You have to be able to think logically, particularly when you are to link the information of both visuals. Okay, here you can see figure 1, types of transportation used by university students to return home from 2012 to 2015. Okay, all right, and you can see the information given there. And then table 1, reasons for choosing different types of transportation among university students. All right, you must be wondering, there is no time frame or years given in the second visual. But, okay, it's of a common sense, yeah? Okay, go by common sense. These are given in the question. All right, so technically, they are sharing the same time frame. If the time frame is not given in the second visual, it means that it shares the same time frame with visual 1. Okay, meaning to say this also happens from 2012 to 2015. Yeah, the reasons, yeah, okay, of the same duration, yeah, same time frame. And you can see the 5 reasons here. Okay, all right, the 5 reasons given, as well as the types of transportation. Let us take a look at the first visual, yeah, figure 1. Please do not forget to study, yeah, the information given, the title, yeah, the y-axis, the x-axis, the summary of data given in the table, and then the key, yeah, to what does each bar represent. The first transportation, bus, yeah, is represented in blue. Okay, and then train, here represented in this color, red, plane, and the last one, taxi. Table 1. Reasons for choosing different types of transportation among university students. So here you can see this visual is about reasons. And whose reasons is this? Okay, so of course reasons given by university students. And you can see here there are 5 reasons: affordable fare, easy access, flexible travel time, travel duration, and destination. Yeah, and the 4 types of transportation: bus, train, plane, and taxi. You can see the specific reasons given, yeah, for different transportation. Yeah, bus. All right, so there are 4 reasons, okay, given here. All right, given by students for them to ride a bus. Okay, 4 reasons. Yeah, and for train there are 3 reasons altogether. Plane, 2 reasons. Yeah, you can see the 2 ticks here. So this ticks, okay, this tick is actually data. Yeah, so this represents data. Yeah, the tick. Yeah, so that's why we go by 2 reasons. Yeah, we count it 1, 2, 2 reasons. And finally, taxi. Yeah, only 1 reason. Okay, only 1 reason. Okay, so you have to process all of the information, all right, and then only then you can interpret accordingly and finally draft the report. What is subject reference? Subject reference is very important in a report because it is the focus of the report, and you should be able to identify what the subject reference is before writing or drafting the report. Okay, you can get it from the rubric, yeah, as how I have highlighted to you in the earlier slides, or another way for you to determine it is via the data. Okay, study the visual. This is the bar graph, and the data is normally stipulated on the y-axis. So this is the data. Okay, and check what describes the data. What is the description of the data for this question? Yeah, okay, you can see it is about percentage of university students. Yes, and this is what we call subject reference. Yeah, subject reference. Okay, so when you write your report, this is how you write your analysis. Okay, so the focus is the percentage of university students, for example, taking the bus, taking the train, taking the plane, taking the taxi. Yeah, that should be the way for you to structure the sentence. Yeah, or another example given here, the percentage of university students traveling by bus or by train or by plane or by taxi. Okay, what about table 1? Table 1 too has its own subject reference. And again, we go to the basic concept on how to determine the subject reference. Okay, so here, right, the data is represented by the ticks. Yeah, so you can see the tick for each transportation. All right, okay, that refers to the reason given. Yeah, for students to choose the different types of transportation. So as you can see here, bus. Okay, it has altogether, you can see here, there are 4 reasons stated for bus. Okay, and the reasons chosen by university students. Okay, 4 reasons, yeah, for them to opt for bus as the transportation. Okay, so that is the subject reference. Yeah, the subject reference is reasons chosen by university students. How many reasons there for them to go for bus? 4. Yeah, the 4 is the data. So that is the subject reference. Similarly, for train, you can see there are 3 reasons altogether given by students to choose train as the transportation. And plane has 2 reasons. And finally, taxi, all right, given here only 1 reason for students to choose taxi as the type of transportation to go home. I have explained to you what subject reference is all about. Now let's look at how it is used in the sentence. Okay, so given here, you can see for figure 1, yeah, the percentage of university students. Yeah, so how is it used in the structure? So example given, the percentage of university students traveling by train rose from 12% in 2012 to 40% in 2015. Yeah, this is a complete analysis, but what I want to highlight here is that, okay, how do you write the subject reference in the sentence? Yeah, the percentage of university students, all right, not the percentage of train or the percentage of other transportations. Yeah, okay, so this is correct. Yeah, let's look at the second example given here. The percentage of bus the university students took. I have already highlighted it just now. So from here you can tell the percentage of bus, definitely it is wrong. We do not talk about the percentage of bus. Instead, percentage of university students. Okay, and the third example, bus had the highest percentage, 75%. Yeah, so this is a different structure, but look at the subject in this structure. Bus had the highest percentage. Yes, it is distortion. It is inaccurate. Again, it is wrong. And the last example given here, the usage of the bus had the highest percentage at 75% in 2012. Again, this is about the usage of the bus had the highest percentage. Nothing to do with the percentage of university students. Therefore, it is also wrong. Yeah, this is what we call wrong subject reference. So be very careful and please bear in mind if you have wrong subject reference in your report, okay, this is another factor that will not help you to get a higher band. That is band 5 or band 6 for the content. Okay, now we focus on table 1. Okay, all right. The subject reference for table 1 is the number of reasons. The number of reasons. Okay, so here the first example given. Students had the most or students had the highest number of reasons. Then 4, that is the number of reasons. This is the data for traveling by bus. Okay, and so on and so forth. All right, is this correct or not? So study, yeah, the meaning. What does it refer to? It refers to students had the reasons. Yes, so this is correct. All right, because we focus on the number of reasons given or opted by students. Okay, the next example, the highest reasons was 4 in the 4 years. So what do you think of this? Yes, there's something wrong with it, right? The highest reasons. Okay, the meaning doesn't come across. Reasons cannot be high or low. Okay, it is distortion, wrong. Okay, all right. And the next example, taxi had the lowest reasons. Okay, so from here, okay, try to process the information given here. Taxi had the lowest reasons. Can taxi have reasons? The answer is no. Okay, this is also a distortion. It is wrong. Yeah, reasons given, okay, by students. So please remember that. Okay, so for this question, all right, please do not go by rating or ranking. Yeah, it is wrong subject reference. Okay, now word count. How do you count the number of words? All right, so this is the basic concept on how to count the number of words. For example, figure 1. Yeah, so this is one word. Okay, one word. All right, figure 1, that's how it is given in the question, or what we call verbatim. Yeah, all right, so it's one word. Unless you spell it out, figure 1, and the 1 is spelled out, it will be 2 words. Yeah, 2 words. What about university students? This is 2 words. Flexible travel time, if you write it like this, it will be 3 words. Okay, unless you put it like this, namely, and then flexible travel time, okay, is put in inverted commas or quotation marks. Yeah, single inverted comma. You put it as such, then it will be 2 words. Okay, why is it 2 words? Yeah, okay, flexible travel time with the quotation marks, it is verbatim. Okay, how it is given in the question. Yeah, okay, you lift it word for word. So remember, this is one of the ways for you, or one of the tips given in order for you to be economical in your word count. Yeah, all right. So namely 1, and this is in inverted commas, 2 words. 75%. Yeah, the data. Okay, with the symbol percent, it would be 1 word. Okay, and what if we spell it out? 75%, 2 words, 2 words. And the time frame, If you write it 2012 to 2015, that would be 3 words. 1, 2, 3, 3 words. And if you substitute the 2 to hyphen, 2012 to 2015, 1 word. Okay? All right. Affordable fare. Just like flexible travel time, yeah? Okay, yeah, this one. Okay, if you write it like this without the inverted commas, it will be counted individually, 2 words. Okay, so remember, when it comes to the key features, particularly the second visual, make sure you put the key feature in inverted commas or in quotation mark. Yeah, single inverted comma. Yeah, 2 words. Okay, or else it will be 2 words. And okay, this is how, all right, most students have been misled, all right, okay, by writing it as such and with brackets. They thought it is 1 word. No, all right, I'm telling you, brackets do not permit you to count it as 1 word. It is still 2 words. So be very careful, yeah? Okay. Okay, the first component of the report is the title. Yeah, it is not part of the word count, but you have to write the title. Okay, it is a must. Yeah, so how to obtain the title? Simple. All right, extract the heading of the first visual, or here figure 1, and then put it together with the heading of the second visual, table 1. That will be your title, as in the example given. See, title refer to the headings of the visuals. Percentage of university students taking different transport to go home. Yeah, the whole thing together with the time frame 2012 to 2015. Make sure your title is complete. Okay, make sure the years have to be given as well. And the reasons for their choice of transportation. Yeah, so this is the second visual. All right. Okay, now for some work on what makes a good title. So spot the errors. Okay, so we'll do it together. All right. Even though you're viewing this online, you can still partake, yeah, in your own way to guess the answer. Okay, the first one. Is this correct? Is this a correct title? Okay. All right. Every time you have to refer back to your question paper. Is it complete? All right. Yes. Okay. This is not a complete title. It is wrong. Yeah. Why is that? It is unclear or vague because there's missing information. Percentage of university students? What? What percentage? Yeah. All right. So it is unclear. Therefore, it is wrong. Okay. The second one. What do you think of it? If you have paid attention, all right, okay, you will remember that it has to be complete and you have to also incorporate the time frame. Therefore, this is also wrong. Yeah, the time frame, the years are not given. Yeah, so it will be incomplete. Yeah, incomplete title, and that too will affect your overall score. And what about the last one? Yeah, this is big. Yeah, the last one. Okay, it seems okay. As you can see, everything is given. Yeah, the years are also there, but it is stated at the end. Yes, this is correct. All right. All right. It doesn't matter where you place the years because, like I told you, right, even though the years are not given for the reasons, but of course, logically, okay, both of the visuals share the same time frame. So you can place the years at the end of the title. Now we come to the introduction. Yeah, the next element that you have to have in your report. How to write the introduction. And again, It is as simple as how you write the title. And in fact, introduction is the idea of the title, but it is put in a proper structure. Okay, as you can see here, introduction is about what do the visuals show, and refer to the headings of the visuals. Yeah, and clearly states what the visuals are about. And it is a must for you to mention both visuals. Okay, and given here, yeah, some of the lists or structures that you can use to write your introduction. Yeah, you're introducing the visual to the examiner, right? So you're gonna have to go by example. Table 1 shows, depicts, indicates, exhibits, displays. All right, and don't forget to include the second visual. Table 2 shows da 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 da. All right, or figure 1 depicts, indicates, yeah, and figure 2 shows da 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 da. All right, so this is how you write your introduction. Yeah, the same concept of the title, but it is put in a proper sentence or proper structure. And make sure that you observe present tense when you write the title. See, check the verb shows, depicts, yeah, indicates. Yes, or you can go by this structure. It looks quite the same, but there's a slight difference in terms of the conjunction used. Table 1 shows, depicts, indicates, exhibits, displays, whereas or while table 2, figure 2 shows and complete the rest of the information. Okay, all right. Or you can go by this structure, put it together. Figure 1 and table 1 show or depict or indicate, you choose any one. All right, and then with the information of both visuals. And for this type of structure, don't forget to write the respectively at the end. Okay, the word respectively will tell you which is which should come first and which should come later. And let us take a look at the introduction. Yeah, I have explained in detail. So the example of a good and complete introduction. There, okay. Figure 1 shows the types of transportation used by university students to return home from 2012 to 2015, while Table 1 depicts the reasons for choosing different types of transportation among university students in the same period. If you want to make it complete, yeah, you can mention the in the same period if you wish, if you want. But if you don't put it here, it is understood. Yeah, everything comes across very clearly. Now we come to this short exercise on introduction. Again, spot the errors. Okay, the first one. What do you think of it? Take a moment, okay, to think about it. Yes, okay. So this one, all right, is incomplete. It is incomplete. All right, so do not write like this. What is the problem here? Yeah, it is only of figure 1. Only of figure 1. Yeah, or we call it partial introduction. This will again affect your content marks because it's not complete. It's not a complete report then. Yeah. What about the second one? Is this okay? So you have digested everything and you can see figure 1 is there, table 1 is there, and the time frame is also there. So this is correct. Yeah, a clear and complete introduction. And what about the last one? Okay, different structure. Yes, everything is here. But, okay, if you notice, figure 1 and table 1, all right? And then show the types of transportation and reasons. And then you just stop here, yeah? So can you tell which is which? Which is the information belongs to figure 1 and which is the one belongs to table 1? You cannot tell, yeah? Therefore, it is wrong. And why is that? Because the word respectively is not given. Hence, the answer is vague or unclear. All right? So please be very careful. If you are not an expert in the use of the word respectively, okay, in this type of structure, so do not use it. Settle for something that is rather straightforward, like the second example given here. Now we come to the overview. Yeah, what is an overview? By definition, overview is the overall relationship of the visuals. How does information in visual 1 relate to the information in visual 2? Yeah, it is very significant because once you have managed to write a accurate overview, it is an indicator that you have understood the question. Okay, now let's look at the details given here. All right, so among which it is about the pattern, yeah, pattern or relationship or comparison between or among the visuals. Yeah, we compare and contrast, and we see the overall pattern. All right, and how to determine? Another way to determine the overview. Okay, check the trend again, or the pattern, or the movement. Okay, is there any connection between the two visuals? And if so, how is it linked to the other visuals? Alright, so this is where, yeah, logical thinking comes into play. You have to be able to come to a conclusion. Yeah, alright. So overview, all right, the most common type of an overview is of cause-effect relationship or influence relationship. Yeah, from here you can deduce, yeah, all right, one will be the cause, while the other information in the other visual would be the impact or the effect of it. Similarly, all right, what influence what? All right, so that's what we call cause effect or influence relationship. Yeah, so here you can see some examples, yeah, okay, on how you can write your overview. Okay, so these are the linking words that you can go by with. Yeah, affected or influenced. Okay, so if you go by this structure, affected, influence, all right, the first information or the first sentence would be the cause. Or in other words, you mention the cause first, all right, and then the verb that comes after that would be affected or influenced. So the one that I'm explaining to you is more on structure. All right, so long as you know what is the cause, what is the effect, please work out the correct structure to explain it. Okay, another example. Yeah, if you mention the effect first, yeah, okay, you have to go by passive voice. This is how it looks like, yeah? All right, for example, yeah, A was affected by B. All right, the effect, okay, is to be mentioned first, yeah? Or if it's plural form, all right, the boys were affected by the results, for example. Okay, the same goes to influence, yeah? The same goes to influence, the same concept. If you go by active voice, yeah, the cause has to be mentioned first, yeah? And this one would be for influenced by, all right? It is of the opposite. The effect will come first, then only then followed by the cause. Yeah. Apart from that, if you want to describe the cause effect or the influence relationship, you can go by caused by, due to, and etc. Okay, now we look at train. Yeah, the next type of transportation used by university students. Okay, as you can see, for train, in every year, yeah, starting off at 12% in 2012, going up to 23%, then 30%, then 40% in 2015. Yeah, you can see the increase of the percentage of students using train. Okay, and here you can also conclude that that is the second highest percentage. Yeah, second highest of students, right, using train throughout the 4 years. Okay, now link it or match it with the reasons. Yeah, and then please refer to your question paper and you can see the reasons given for students to to opt for train. Yeah, yeah, there are 3 reasons altogether. Okay, so when you link it, you can also see this type of direct relationship. Yeah, positive and positive. Yeah, second highest and due to second most number of reasons. Okay, which is 3. Okay, so that's how you try to come to a conclusion on what the overview is all about. Yeah, how to come to the conclusion. Yeah, okay, but this is not over yet. You have to read for every key feature, right? So done with the train. So it's just like the bus. You can see the direct relationship. Yeah, all right. So but for this one, the direct cause effect would be for the movement trend word. Yeah, movement trend word that's shown here, but it can also be for the static trend word. What about plane? Yeah, all right. So here you can see plane is represented by this bar. Yeah, this green bar. Yeah, all right. So, you can see. Yeah, you can see that the percentage is the same throughout the 4 years. Yeah, percentage is the same. There, yeah. So percentage is the same, remain stagnant, yeah, remained unchanged. So those are the trend words that you can use, okay, to describe this trend throughout. Okay, then what about the reason given? Okay, yeah, before we come to that, okay, if you were to still compare and contrast within one visual, okay, you can see that, yeah, it is of the second lowest percentage, yeah, second lowest percentage each year. Okay, and how can you link it to the reasons? Yes, you can see there are 2 reasons influence, yeah, the percentage of students, yeah, using plane to, yeah, to go home, yeah, to return home. All right, so percentage remains stagnant. It is the second lowest each year. All right, and it had 2 reasons. Okay, 2 reasons compared to the 2 other transportations. Yeah, so for plane, it had only 2 reasons. So it makes sense. Yeah, this one can also be of direct cause effect. Yeah, all right, it was the second lowest. Why? There were only 2 reasons. See, that cause and that effect. Okay, so settle with plane. And the last type of transportation, taxi. Yeah, taxi. So you can see that, all right, it is the lowest every year. Yeah, it had the lowest percentage of students using it. 3% in 2012, 2% in 2013, 5% in 2014, and 0% in 2015. Yeah, be very careful. Yeah, given here, yeah, the data given in such manner, yeah, in such form like 3250. But be very careful whenever you write your report, please refer to the unit given here on the y-axis and stick to it. Like this one, percentage. Therefore, the way you go by writing it is 3%, 2%, 5%, and 0%. Okay, so it is of the lowest, yeah, lowest percentage, yeah, okay, of students using it. And what about the reasons? Yeah, okay, yeah, it had only one reason, the least number of reasons. So it explains it. Yeah, it explains it. It had the least number of reasons. Therefore, yeah, the percentage of students using taxi was the lowest in all 4 years. Okay, so after you have done the linking and the matching, now you can write your overview, or you can decide on the overall conclusion, yeah, or the overview. Yeah, that's why when I say the overview, overall conclusion, that's why if you recall the format, yeah, okay, if you have an accurate overview, yeah, you will also be having a correct conclusion. You just take, yeah, your overview and write it, yeah, as your conclusion, yeah, because conclusion is the repeat of the overview. Now we put it together, both visuals, yeah, so that you will see better. Okay, check what happens in 2012. Okay, highest percentage, yeah, of students using bus. Okay, all right, and then link it to the reasons. The highest percentage due to the fact that it had 4 reasons. Yeah, that's why I said positive cause effect. Yeah, so what is the cause? What is the effect? By now, I believe you are able to see it. Yeah, the reasons, okay, are the cause. All right, whereas the effect is the percentage of university students. Yeah, logically, it works that way. Okay, 4 reasons. Yeah. All right. What about taxi percentage? Yes, we still focus on 2012. 3% is the lowest, and link it with, yeah, the reason. Only one reason there. Yeah, lowest because of only flexible travel time being the reason. Yeah, for students to choose it. Yeah, choose taxi. And what about train? Okay, train second highest, and yeah, logically, yeah, it explains it. It had the second highest number of reasons. And what about, yeah, plane in 2012? Plane second lowest, and due to the fact that it had, students had 2 reasons for using it. Yeah, using plane. Yeah. Okay. Next, relationship. Okay. Check this. Throughout the 4 years, okay, percentage of students using bus. I have actually explained to all of you, yeah, but to show you in a more graphical manner, so you can see better, yeah. And then what about the reason? There you go. All right, yeah. It had a drop in the percentage of students using it, yeah, yeah. Even though it had the most number of reasons. See, yeah. So you have to be able to see it in such manner, yeah. So what works logically? So please remember that. Okay. So here, giving you the linking word, despite, even though, yeah. All right. To name a few. Okay. I hope by now you've understood on how to go about writing the overview. Yeah. First, determining the overview, and later writing the overview. Okay. All right. So for the overview, don't forget the defining term. Yeah, this is the defining term for overview. Generally, overall. All right. Please use this defining term when you write your overview. Yeah. Okay. So after I've walked you through it, yeah, you can see that the reasons is the cause, whereas the percentage of students is the effect. So how do you write it? If you mention reason, that is the cause, you use active voice, influenced percentage of students. Correct. Okay. Or if you want to go opposite, yeah, reversely. Yeah, if you want to go reversely, you have to go by passive voice. Percentage of students was influenced by reasons. Okay, you mentioned the effect first. That's why you have to use passive voice. Okay, so be very careful. And if you are not an expert, not that well versed, okay, on using passive voice, don't. Yeah, just settle for active voice. Yeah, use past tense. Influence, or another example, reasons affected percentage of students, or reasons correlated with. Yeah, if you have an issue with this one, you are not that sure on how to use active passive voice, okay, or perhaps you are not so sure which is the cause, which is the effect. Yeah, for example, all right, okay, please go by correlated with. It doesn't matter, okay, the cause comes first or the effect comes first. Yeah, it works both ways. Reasons correlated with percentage of students, or you can put it in a different way, percentage of students correlated with reasons. Okay. All right. Reasons corresponded with percentage of students. That is also acceptable, but be very careful, yeah. If you have problem with spelling, don't go by this one, yeah, because once we underline the error, that is a language error. That will then affect your language mark. Okay, be careful. All right. This one, the last one, just given to you, just so you know. Yeah, not all linking words we can accept. Reasons determine percentage of students. This is wrong. Yeah, because determine is such a strong word for you to use. Yeah, this is like very extreme. Determine. Yeah, so this is not acceptable. Yeah, I forgot to highlight. Correlated with, you can use this as a verb. You can also go by noun. Yeah, there was a correlation between the reasons and the percentage of students. If you go by that structure, okay, that is also acceptable. So now let us look at one of the examples of the overview I'm giving you. Okay, all right, so you've understood the cause effect relationship, and you have identified what is the cause, what is the effect. Then here comes the overview. Generally, yeah, this is the defining term, or overall, or in general. Yeah, the percentage of university students using different types of transportation to return home correlated with the reasons for their choice from 2012 to 2015. Please, without fail, the year has to be mentioned. Be very careful, yeah? The year has to be mentioned. And there's another situation that I want to highlight here. Okay, so for this question is very straightforward, and there's only one time frame given. Okay, should you receive a question that has two different time frames? Okay, figure 1 or visual 1 has different time frame, and visual 2 with different time frame. Yeah, so when you want to write the overview, please refer to visual 2 as a reference. Okay, you cannot just link these years and these years. Even though they are different, you just link it. If you do that, it will be inaccurate. Yeah, so you please refer to visual 2's time frame, and then only then you link it. So be very careful. Yeah, okay. Spot the errors again. Now for the overview. Okay, students. All right. What do you think of the first one? Okay. Okay. Yes. You have this. All right. From figure 1. Okay. All right. You have the defining term, and then you have the years, and check the relationship. Is it correct? Is this the effect, and this is the cause, and then passive voice? All right, in the structure. Is it correct? Correctly used. Okay, so correct. Okay, the second one. Overall. So what is missing here? I guess most of you, or perhaps all of you, can see it. There's something missing. Yes, the time frame. The years are not given. So it is unclear or vague. Okay, unclear or vague. Okay, so make sure you write the time frame. It doesn't matter whatever question that you get, make it a habit. Write the time frame, the correct time frame to link. And the third one, okay, there's reasons. All right, okay, and then, oh, there's no percentage. Now, what's given here? Types of transportation used. Used by who? Definitely students, yeah? Okay, so it's correct. Yeah, this is another structure. Yeah, this is another structure that you can go by with. The types of transportation used. Then the time frame is given. So it is correct. Okay, but university students, yeah, it is about university students. Yeah, you can go by percentage or you can go by the types. Both are acceptable. And the last one, correct? One look at it, you may say, yes, it is accurate. Everything is there. Yeah, the cause effect relationship is accurate, given, and it is clear, correct, but this is wrong indeed. Yeah, why is it wrong? Because what did I say earlier? You have to have the defining term generally, because it's about this is the idea of conclusion overall. So you have to have the word generally or in general. Okay, good job everyone. I believe you managed to answer all of these correctly. Kudos to you. Next, the analysis. Okay, how to write the analysis? I'm very sure you know how to go about writing the analysis. Okay, and then again, this is a revision. Yeah, so analysis has certain formula to it. Yeah, how to write the analysis? Analysis have to have key features. All right, and accurate data and trend words, either adjective or adverb, either static or movement trend words, and correct time frame. Yeah, correct time frame. All right. So in short, KF plus D plus T plus TF. Okay. And perhaps you will be given a question without time frame. It's okay. So do away with time frame. Therefore, you only have key features, data, and trend word. That will be okay. So do not go on and create your own time frame. Please don't do it. Yeah, you just go by with whatever information given to you. Okay, and this is very important. All right, whatever you write, make sure it is with the correct subject reference. Percentage of university students. Yeah, the number of reasons. Okay, so KF is the key feature. T, specific trend word. Time frame, yes, yeah, just to refresh your memory. Data is about figure and so on and so forth. Okay, to be more specific now, let us have a quick recap on the types of trend words that are applicable for this question. Yeah, figure 1 first. All right, and for movement trend word, yeah, adverb. Okay, what can you use? Percentage of students increased, rose, went up. I see. Take note of the verb use here. Verb in the past form. Yeah, verb in past tense. Yeah, the report has to be written in past tense. Yeah, all of them except for the introduction. Yeah, the introduction is the only part in the report that is written in present tense. So remember that. Yeah, so percentage of students. You must be wondering, percentage of students or percentage of university students? Okay, actually it's percentage of university students, but for this question is okay. Yeah, okay, somewhere in the report, particularly at the beginning of the report, okay, you mentioned once or twice percentage of university students, and later on you just want to keep it short. Okay, you just go by percentage of students. It is okay, it is acceptable. Yeah, all right. Okay, next example. Percentage of students decreased, dropped, fell, went down. Okay, or percentage of students remained, yeah, past tense, unchanged, remained constant, remained the same. Okay, these are the examples for adjectives or for static trend word. Yeah, figure 1 again. The highest, the second highest, lowest, the lowest, second lowest. You can also go by biggest. Okay, now you can add it on to your vocab scope when it comes to trend words. Biggest, smallest, percentage. Okay, the most, the least, percentage. More, higher. This one, if you compare more, higher, lesser, lower percentage, if you go by this structure, this type of trend words, okay, make sure you have the comparison has to be seen. Then has to be there. Okay, yeah, more than, lower than. Take note of that. And finally, same, equal percentage. Yeah, this is adjective or static trend word. For table 1, this is the list of trend words that you can use. Okay, all right. So before you write your report, okay, before you write your first draft of the report, study the question and please write on your question paper. Yeah, scribble. All right, jot down what are the possible trend words that you can use for the question that you are attempting. And be very careful, not all trend words are applicable to all types of questions. Be very careful. Okay, now for table 1, reasons, the highest number of reasons, see, it comes together with the correct subject reference. The lowest number of reasons, the most, the least reasons, second most, second least reasons, fewer or lesser reasons, okay, then, all except, only. Okay, how to use only? This is how you use it. Only flexible travel time. You cannot say only one. If you go by only one, that is not a trend word. Yeah, that is only a description, and that description is about you are referring to a smaller quantity. Only one, only two. Yeah, so that is not a trend word, but you use a trend word with key feature. Only flexible travel time being the reason, yeah, for students to choose, okay, taxi. Yeah, all right. Or only taxi, okay, yeah, okay, had only taxi opted by students, okay, given with one reason. For example, okay, so check your structure. Yeah, be very careful. Yeah, so that the structure won't be distorted. Now we are going into synthesis. Yeah, but before I go any further, okay, on how to write the synthesis, yeah, you have to take note. Yeah, synthesis is the idea of two analyses put together. Okay, right? So it's very important for you to write good and correct and accurate analysis in order for you to come up with synthesis in order for you to be awarded with the marks for the synthesis. Yeah, everything comes back to analysis. All right, but in order to get higher score or higher mark, all right, for report writing, you have to have, yeah, a lot of synthesis. And I cannot tell you how many. Yeah, it depends on the question. But the more synthesis you have, yeah, all right, the higher probability for you to get a higher mark or higher score, yeah, for the content. Yeah. So that is that about synthesis. Yeah. Okay, so now what about synthesis? It is about linking. So when you link, don't just simply link, don't just simply use, yeah, the linkers as you wish, or the connectors, yeah, or the what do you call it, linking device as you wish. You have to be very careful and make sure it is of logical relationship. Okay, so linkers to use, all right, to show cause effect. If it's of positive cause effect or direct relationship, yeah, I have explained earlier. I hope you've understood and it's still fresh in your head. Okay, so this is it. Yeah, this is the list. Due to, therefore, thus, hence, as a result, yeah, but 1, 2, 3 words. Okay, take note of that. As, because, or because of, owing to. And for your information, there is another type, but I do not put it here. Yeah, we call it language of probability. I repeat, language of probability. Okay, example, probably due to, possibly because of. Yeah, all right, but it's rather lengthy and wordy. Okay, all right, so just settle for these simple linking words. So long as the link is logical, it is good enough for you and you can still stand a chance to get higher band. What about negative cause effect or inverse relationship? Okay, you can settle for these linkers. Despite, in spite of, however, nevertheless, on the other hand, forwards, even though, two words, although. Okay, so please study the relationship. Okay, and write the correct structure accordingly. Okay, and there's another type, but this one, okay, this one is about the overview. Okay, because you also have to have the linking word. Okay, but it is exclusively for the overview or the conclusion. Yeah, okay, overview and conclusion, such as correlation between. Yeah, you link the two, correlated with, caused by, affected by, influenced by, corresponded with, contributed to. Okay, so these are just giving you more alternatives. Yeah, okay, we did one shot. Yeah, analysis and synthesis. So how do you go about analyzing and synthesizing? Now let us look at the first example. And it is about bus, yeah, the first type of transportation. Okay, here goes, yeah. The percentage of university students taking bus was the highest every year, with 75% in 2012, 65% in 2013, 55% in 2014, and 50% in 2015. This was probably due to the most number of reasons for their choice. Okay, so all right, study the information given and check whether it is a complete analysis or otherwise. Yeah, analysis should have the correct subject reference, of course. Yeah, this is the key feature too. Yeah, key feature. Okay, bus is key feature. All right, and then the trend word highest. Okay, and then the data given as well as the year. Okay, so all the 4 components, yeah, plus the correct subject reference are given. Okay, then continue with 65% in 2013, 55% in 2014, and 50% in 2015. Okay, then the second information given, okay, pertaining to the reasons, yeah, this was probably due to the most number of reasons, 4 for their choice. Okay, so what can you observe here? Okay, all right, you can see that for the first one, the trend word is given highest. Okay, highest every year. Okay, data given, the year given, and you can see that it is the highest, yeah, the percentage of students highest in all 4 years. Therefore, there are 4 analyses here. Okay, using the same trend word highest. Yeah, okay. Next, yeah, the second visual, the trend word given is most. Okay, most. All right, number of reasons. So that is another A. Then you see, yeah, all right, you can see that it is logically linked, all right, and correctly linked. Okay, so where are the synthesis now? Yes, this link to the reason, one synthesis. Another one in 2013, link to the most number of reasons. Then in 2014, another synthesis, link to the same reasons, same number of reasons. And another synthesis in 2015. Yeah, this analysis link to the analysis in the second visual. Of course, there's another synthesis. Altogether, there are 5 analyses and 4 syntheses. Okay. Now, the same transportation, bus, okay? And as you can see in the example given, okay, it's focusing on the adverb or movement trend word. Yeah, movement trend word. Okay, so how many analysis and synthesis, okay, you can get from this sentence? Okay, we'll see. The percentage of university students traveling by bus decreased from 75% in 2012 to its lowest at 50% in 2015. Despite the students having the most number of reasons for which were affordable fare, easy access, flexible travel time, and destination. Okay, so what is the result of this analysis and synthesis? Okay, so you can see that the trend word is decreased. Okay, analysis for this one in 2012. Another one in 2015, lowest. And it is here, another one you can see here, yeah, for table 1, yeah, reasons, yeah, most number of reasons, another A there. So, okay, there are 3 analyses here. And how many syntheses? Is there any link? Yes, okay, you can see the logical link, yeah, despite, yeah, decrease, yeah, and then despite the most, you can see this is negative cause effect or inverse relationship. How many syntheses? This decrease the most number of reason. All right, okay, there is one S. Another one, static trend word. This link to this one. All right, it's lowest negative, okay, and link to the most number of reasons, another synthesis. So here you can see 3 analysis and 2 synthesis. Yeah, before I forgot, I would like to highlight to all of you, yeah. Okay, so when you write the data for table 1, okay, make sure you don't just go by numbers throughout. Okay, if you just state 3 reasons, 4 reasons, 2 reasons throughout, okay, you cannot get higher band. That is band 5 or band 6, yeah. Okay, for band 5 and band 6, we expect to see the data, yeah, the number, okay, mentioned in words, meaning to say, mention the specific reason, yeah. So this is also considered as data, yeah. The data is given in the form of words. Mention the data in words, yeah, or from table 1. Say affordable fare, easy access, flexible travel time, and destination. Okay, so please write it in words, not for all, yeah, not for all, okay, not for all. So I would suggest you to go to go for the most number of reasons, yeah. Okay, so for that one time only, state the data in words. Okay, then only then you can be placed in band 4 or band 5 accordingly. All right, so please take note of that. Yeah, I repeat, we expect to see data written in words, all right, before we award you with a higher band. Okay, remember that, but not for every reason, yeah, for every situation, just that one time only. Okay, and the rest you can just settle for numbers, yeah, for the data. Okay, this is the next example. All right. Even though. Okay, now we are using even though. So what about even though? All right, as the list, okay, based on the list I had shown to you. All right, so this is about negative cause effect. Even though the students having the most number of reasons for, which were affordable fare, easy access, flexible travel time, and destination, comma, the percentage of university students traveling by bus dropped from 75% in 2012 to its lowest at 50% in 2015. Okay, so do you see any analysis and synthesis? Yes. Okay, and it is clearly linked by this linker, even though. Okay, so you can see, all right, the first analysis for most number of reasons, table 1. Okay, link to figure 1. Yeah, percentage of students dropped. Okay, and another one for lowest in 2015. Okay, so there are 3 analyses. And can this be awarded with a synthesis? Yeah, this information can it be awarded with synthesis? The answer is yes. Okay, even though it's the linking word. And how many syntheses? All right, there are 2 syntheses. Okay, this table 1 link to figure 1. There are 2 syntheses altogether. Next, we look at train. Okay, train, see, all right, okay, it is indicated by these circles. Okay, here comes the sentence, yeah, okay. The percentage of university students taking the train when returning home from 2012 to 2015 was the second highest at 12%, 23%, 30%, and 40% respectively. Remember, okay, when you write the structure as such, you put the key features, okay, the information together like this. So don't forget to have the word respectively. Okay, so we can tell which is which because of the second most number of reasons, 3. Okay, so how many analysis? We'll see. Okay, the trend word is second highest, and it applies to 12%, 23%, 30%, 40%. okay, in the respective years, the 4 years, and link to the second most number of reasons. Yeah, so this is correctly linked, okay. And how many syntheses? Yeah, I could hear you saying 4 syntheses. Good job. Correct. Yeah. Okay. So one synthesis here, another synthesis here, another synthesis here, another synthesis here. Because you can see this link to the reasons. Okay. Okay. More examples. Okay, I'm showing you so that you have a clearer understanding. Okay, on how to attempt such question. Yeah. All right. Should it come out in the exam? I mean, this type of question, hopefully you may attempt it accordingly. Okay. So this is about train. Okay. This is the example given. Yeah. Okay. All right. So you can already see something there. The analysis already. Yeah. Okay. I have accidentally hit the button. Yeah. And you can see the A there. Okay, the increase of the percentage of university students traveling by train from 12% in 2012 to 40% in 2015 was due to affordable fare, travel duration, and destination, the second highest number of reasons influencing their choice. Okay, so check the structure. All right, you can see this. You can see a slight, the slight different structure used here. Okay, now let us take a look at the analysis and synthesis. So you can see one here. Okay, this is from figure 1. And then you can see another one in table 1. Yeah, second highest number of reasons. Yeah, so you can see the reasons are listed out, mentioned. Yeah, but like I said, you don't have to do this every time. That it will do for you to mention the data once. Yeah, somewhere in your report, mention it in words. Okay, all right. Okay, then you can see the linking word due to, and how many syntheses? Only one synthesis, because a set of key feature here link to another set of key feature here. All right, so that's one synthesis. Okay, now we come to the second last example. Yeah, okay, plain. All right, yeah, in order for you to get a good score, you have to analyze and synthesize all key features. Yeah, all key features. Okay, or at least almost all. Yeah, you must say, how can you do that? Yeah, yeah, look at the data, it's overwhelming. But band 5 and band 6 candidates, they can do that. They can analyze all key features. You try your best. Yeah, okay, so this is the example. The percentage of university students traveling by flight or by plane remained unchanged at 10% from 2012 to 2015, despite, despite negative cost effect, the students having the same types of reasons, travel duration and destination, as traveling by train. Okay, all right, so how many analyses? One here, one there, link by despite, meaning comes across, that is a synthesis. Okay, so this analysis link to the analysis in, okay, table 1. All right, correctly linked, logically linked is a synthesis. Finally, this is the last example. Okay, so hold your breath. Yeah, last example. Okay, so I feel the need to give you this example on only. How do you use only in your analysis? Okay, yeah, so all right, so this is applicable to only taxi. Taxi, yeah, because taxi, yeah, all right, has one reason. Okay, but how do you use the trend word only? Flexible travel time was the only reason for the student's choice. Student's choice, don't forget, the choice, okay, is made by students. Thus, taxi was the least preferred transportation by university students throughout the 4 years. 3% in 2012, 2% in 2013, 5% in 2014, and 0% in 2015. How many analysis and synthesis? 1A there. Okay, that is of table 1. And then least preferred. This is not an assumption, yeah? Yeah, because why? Students chose the type of transportation. They chose taxi. Chose. It is the same idea with prefer. It shares the same meaning. I prefer. I choose. Okay. Therefore, this is a trend word. Yeah. Least. This is the element of comparison. Least preferred. Okay. All right. So that is another A, preferred, and then there will be synthesis. Okay. Actually, if you notice for this one, okay, I just purposely do it like this. All right. So can you see that it has more than 2 analyses? Yes, correct. Yeah, because least preferred not only, okay, not only for 1 year. Okay, it calls for all 4 years. So I am supposed to put 4 analysis for this figure 1. 1 analysis for 2012, 1 analysis for 2013, 1 analysis for 2014, and another analysis is 2015. But we call it simple analysis. Yeah, simple analysis. Okay, the mark is going to be the same. Yeah, all right. Okay. Now we've come to the final segment of the discussion, and in which I would be showing you the complete report. Here you go. The complete report. Yeah, starting off with the title, then followed by the introductory paragraph. The title is apt or appropriate. The introduction is complete and clear, whereby the overview is accurate. Yeah, as you can see, the defining term is seen here generally. This is the second paragraph, or the body part of the report. Okay, as you can see, it consists of both the analysis and synthesis. Right? Try your best to write effective analysis and synthesis and fully utilize the 200 words as required in the question. And the last of all is the conclusion. Yeah, the conclusion is the repeat of the overview. However, you may need to paraphrase or to restructure it a bit. Okay, you can see here the conclusion is apt and complete. Okay, this is the checklist which may come in handy for you, yeah, to check that whether you've been on the right track or otherwise. Check the title. Do you have the title? And is it suitable? Introduction. Is it a complete one? Overview. Is it clear? Accurate? Check the time frame. Yeah. And the linking word. Yeah. And check whether you have observed the correct cause and effect accordingly. And then comes the key features. Yeah. Did you manage to include all the key features in your report? Yeah, and on top of everything else, the percentage of university students for this question, yeah, of course, yeah, that is the subject reference. Make sure you observe that very closely. And the analysis and synthesis, are they complete, accurate, significant? All right. Then the element of accuracy, yeah. So this one applies to both the content or the information and the language. Okay, check that it is accurate. Yeah, because once you have inaccuracy in your report, okay, that means you are not able to get a higher band 4 or band 5, yeah? All right. And the next one is the language. Make sure you use the language of a report, yeah? Not descriptive language, but language of reporting it is. Then check the conciseness of the information given. Is it concise? Is it precise? So please, after you've completed a report, go back and proofread. And the next one is the meaning. The meaning has to be clear and comes across very clearly. And finally, the organization. And this is none other than the format. Please observe the specific format that you have to abide by. Hence, I show you the comments. The comments of the complete report that I have shown to you earlier. Yeah. So the title is appropriate. The introduction is clear and complete. The overview is effective, clear and complete. Yeah. All the key features are presented and highlighted accurately. And all 4 years and all 4 types of transportation, yeah, have been analyzed and synthesized. And how many of them altogether? 14 analysis and 10 synthesis. Okay, and the data, yeah, as I have mentioned before this, okay, try to state the data, mention the data in words, yeah, all right, at least once in your report, the data is mentioned, okay. And what about the grammatical errors? Yeah, hardly any grammatical errors. And the sentence structure and vocabulary varied. Yeah, and you can see a lot of complexities throughout the report. What about the overall writing? It is concise, precise, yeah, and easy reading, of course. A complete report. The convention, the format is there. Okay, hence it is compact. And language is a language of a report, okay, and it says here, yeah, has the elements of a report, appropriate, okay. Therefore, it is awarded content 20 marks, language 18, total 38, a band 6. So students, how do you feel about report writing now? Are you confident to obtain a good band for question 1? Yes, there's a lot of information that you have to process and it's rather overwhelming. Yeah, but I'm very sure you can manage. And I do hope too you had posed questions along the way while I was presenting just now. Yeah, and the question had been attended to by the moderators. Okay, and yes, so with that, thank you very much for being attentive. And I would like to wish you all the best for the upcoming MUET. And don't forget, yeah, to stay tuned for the next skill at 11 o'clock. Thank you.